name is Amy Jarek, and I am the Assistant Vice Chancellor and Director of Undergraduate Admissions at UC Berkeley. We are the flagship, right? We're the flagship public school in California. There's a lot of pride that comes with that. This is a academically rigorous space. And so I think there is a culture here that suggests that when you're here, you are in learning mode. And so I say that because, like, for example, we're going to have a football game that is going to be a lot of fun, and the marching band comes through, and there's that school spirit. But I think there is also a great sense of academic achievement that happens here too. We are a place that is pretty vocal and opinionated. I think we were built on a pretty solid backbone of social justice, and being home of the free speech movement makes us kind of known for that historically. But we have always been really progressive in terms of thinking about how we want to communicate to the world. Our expectation is when a student arrives here, they are ready to learn and exchange information in English. All of our applicants need to be ready to succeed in the Berkeley classroom. Right? So we have a lot of things we look at. There's no one thing in the application that really outweighs all the rest. But one of the things that we have to keep in the back of our mind when we're reading applications is that for every student I admit, I have to be really confident that that student can graduate from Berkeley. And so the academics piece is pretty critical. I need to know that they've been taking good classes. They've been challenging themselves with a rigorous curriculum. And that in that rigorous curriculum, they've been able to find some success. It doesn't mean they have to be all straight A's, right? But they have been successful in a rigorous curriculum. Personal insight questions is what we use at UC Berkeley as opposed to an essay or a personal statement. There are 8 questions, and you can choose 4 of them. I would say it would be good to go out and look at those 8 questions and really start to get a sense of which ones might be best for you to answer. They're all more conversational questions, things that you might, if we were in an elevator for about 20 floors, how would you answer this? What would you tell me? Understanding that I don't have the opportunity to ask clarifying questions, right? This is a one-way conversation. So picking the question that's the best fit for you would be good. Doing a lot of reflection on the best way to answer it. There is a temptation to write the perfect statement. There's a temptation to get people to help you write the perfect statement. But I think the most valuable statements are the ones that truly show the student's voice. Things that, when we read as many applications as we do, I promise you that when we find one that is the student's real voice, it comes out loud and clear. And especially if that person's native language isn't English, sometimes it might not be written like I would write it, but the message that it's sending is exactly the message that I know that student wanted me to hear. One thing they share is enough, they don't have to be extroverts, right? But enough of an outgoing personality or curiosity that they're willing to walk in and stick their hand out and say, "Hi, I'm Amy," and engage in a conversation. Because I think this place, if you let it, can make you sort of retreat into a place where you feel like you are very small in a large spot. So you have to, I think, come into Berkeley with a sense that I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to listen, I'm going to share, and if you do that, I think it quickly becomes something that is a very welcoming place. But understanding that there's no one here, like perhaps at a smaller university, who can if they don't see you in class, pick up the phone and say, hey, are you feeling okay, right? That's not the environment that we have here. There are different ways on this campus to be active and to still be committed to a cause, but perhaps not be on television for it, right? There are lots of great ways that people are working both in loud ways and quiet ways on this campus to make change that's for our campus, but it's also for a bigger and better world too.